Hello and welcome to all the men and women of the West. I'm Joe. Today's video is going to be answering one question. Why was the black dragon at Tsaroth, and who was it? As well as what sex was this dragon? To answer this question, this dragon was called Khisanth, and she was there as punishment because she was not exactly a good girl. You have to understand that Tsaroth, by the time of the War of the Lance, had decided that she would start soul bonding rider and dragon. The idea being that they'd fight as one. Typically, this strategy had worked in previous wars for both sides. If you look at the war which Huma fought in, he was bonded to his part. Khisanth, the reason she was exiled to Tsaroth, she originally had a friend called Jahet. Jahet had originally been Maldiv, who was a dragon high lord. This dragon, the top ranked dragon in the Black Wing, or the Black Dragon Army. The thing is about Maldiv was he was not exactly the smartest guy. Khisanth, who had refused to have a rider, and in the same battle that Jahet is killed in, she would end up rescuing Maldiv, who had miscalculated and shown himself to be fairly dumb by wandering into a trap and getting his mount killed. The trouble for Khisanth is that she started to suspect that Maldiv had kind of caused the death of her friend, Jahet. She was very attached to Jahet. While she did agree to bond to Maldiv in a ceremony, for 2 years she served as Maldiv's mount and was a top-ranking dragon of the Black Wing. But the final straw, humorously, in a bleak kind of way, was when Maldiv chose to ride another dragon during a training drill. This was a massive insult to Khisanth. In retaliation, she leaped onto Maldiv and tore him limb from limb. The trouble is, Maldiv was liked by Tsaroth, whom did not really need this kind of division again, because this sort of thing had happened in previous wars. She was keen not to repeat those mistakes. For this act of murder, Khisanth was made an example of by Tsaroth, who could not brook this kind of defiance amongst her dragons, as it was what had cost her many of victories in previous wars. As Tsaroth had need of a guard dog of sorts in Tsaroth, the rebellious act on the part of Khisanth proved to actually be a boon, and thus she was imprisoned in the aforementioned fortress, where over the next few years Khisanth would languish in boredom and made her lair there. It was there that Khisanth made her nest, hoarding vast sums of gold, of riches of all kinds, such as the discs of Mishakal, which she was set to guard, a spellbook of Khisanth, and all sorts of rubies and gems and spellbooks of Khisanth. And as we all know, she put the Draconians and Gully Dwarves to work for her in the mines of Tsaroth. She was also put under the command of the Dragon High Lord Verminard, who hope that answers today's question. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button like your Theros smashing the Dragonlances into shape.